I'm sure all you people have been wanting your like favorite anime series to get like a video game for the PS3 or the PS4 for all these years. And you know, we've got some good stuff that's coming out there saying like, hey, you know, we've got, you know, Pirate Warriors, or we got the Storm franchise. However, the people that make the musume games, Famitsu, the company there, like they're saying, basically we're going to do a survey and say what anime kind of franchise do you want to have a musume-esque game to. And honestly, this is going to be my top 5 picks, because I thought, why the hell not? This would be like a couple series. Now, the only things I'm going to say, I'm not going to include some anime series, mainly because they've either got a musume game, or they've already got a big, you know, game franchise already on there, or something that's similar to it. So yeah, we're not going to have another Pirate Warriors 4, because it's probably already in the making. And also as well with the Attack on Titan and Naruto Storm games. So I'm going to give you my top 5 games that I want to be, in no particular favorited or high or low, what should get an anime musume game. Honestly, this is one that I feel like you'd actually get this vote more possible, and I'm going to be starting off with Tokyo Ghoul. It hasn't really had any games as a such, like it's had a visual novel-esque game as Tokyo Ghoul Carnival, and also had a jail, like a smartphone game, but it hasn't had a big game like on the PS3 or the PS4, and I feel like this would be a great time for it. And not to mention as well, this is more of the perfect game to have as a musume game. You can either be one of the inspectors or you can be one of the ghouls. You can be Kaneki, like that. It would be a perfect game to do. You can go through the story, maybe have an original story, add in like, you know, Route A if you want to, regardless of what, you know, you could have some great branching outfits. So it's like, you can fight one side that would be the inspectors and the humans. You could fight one side that could be the ghouls. There are so many things that you could do with this, like playable characters that could be easily, like you could have like Toka, Kaneki, Tsukiyama. You can have a ton of playable characters in there, and I think this has worked very well. And hopefully, you know, this will get an actual game in the future. It's like, I want to see an actual, you know, big kind of budgeted like games like that, and I think Tokyo Ghoul definitely deserves one of those big budget games. You can even add characters from Re as well as like a cool little pre-order bonus or something like that, like in entice people. That would be a really good thing. And not to mention as well, the story is awesome as well, and it'd be great to relive like the insanity that is Tokyo Ghoul. Akame ga Kill. Now this is such an easy one that you can do as well from it. Like, or you can just go against this like monsters, you can just go against humans as well, like the soldiers from the capital. Like, it's easy that you can do a move style for like Tatsumi, Bula, Esdeath, like Mine, Akame herself. Like, it's just so easy. You could do all of Night Raid, do all of the Jaeger, like just it's easy very much to do with these characters. And not to mention as well, like you could like there's a couple of environments you don't have to go too nuts on the environments. You can have like the forest area, like the wide meadows, the castles area. You can follow the anime. I think this one's probably the one that isn't going to actually happen as much as it was. Isn't that much of the popularity, but hey, I feel like this one would work well. I mean, hey, you have your musume attacks. You can go to Incursio mode, or you can have like your ultimate attacks. Like you can do like team up attacks. That would be really cool. Say like if you're with a member like Night Raid, you have like a special move or interaction, like stuff like that. I feel would work very well in the series. And overall, who doesn't want to play as Esdeath? Is Fate Stay Night. Easily you can already have like the servant class people, and also as well the masses as playable characters from either like from the Fate Stay Night series itself, or you can even go from Fate Zero as well and have that. So you could have over 28 characters as possible, just spanning from like 2 anime seasons, and not to mention the different versions of characters as well. Like who doesn't want to be a Saber doing an Excalibur? That's an easy like musume attack you could do. Or you could just be the big charging behemoth that is Berserker, like that, who has like a high health, high like attack and all that, but he can only like last a certain while. Like, you know, stuff like that would be absolutely cool. You could play as Shiro as well, Rin, like that. Who doesn't want to play that? Like that, honestly, it's a very easy game to say like, ooh, what about the minions and stuff, that you can just have like, so, like just a bunch of like random like little like summon things like that you can go through, like Ilya like does or something like that, just to like butter up the whole area like that. It's like, I feel like Fate Stay Night would be such a great game that could have a Muso-esque style. I mean, you could be Lancer, Berserker, Saber, like who doesn't want to be those characters? Like, come on, like bring in Kotamine like that, like stuff like that. That'd be an awesome game, and I hope they do something like that. And yeah, I just hope Gilgamesh isn't as OP in the game as... Don't say goodbye. This series is one that I feel like that's needed a game for ages, and I'm talking about Fairy Tail. Like, it had like 1 or 2 games on like the DS and the PSP, like some Monster Hunter-esque games, but it's never had the big budgeted sort of game that we need. And Fairy Tail like is such an easy game, and also it's why you can do so much. Like you can be Natsu. Natsu has so many techniques you can do that. You have Urza, Lucy, like all of them have like their own different special techniques. You could like have summonings and stuff like that. Lucy could do like her attack, like a heavy triangle attacks, could like summon Taurus and stuff. Natsu could just do the quick jabs, and like his Muso attack could be like the brilliant flame, like shining crimson lotus attack, or like his like transformation technique could go into lightning dragon fire mode. Urza could transform into one of her more powerful armors. Like Lucy can like bring out one of the most powerful spirits like that. Like just the possibilities is endless. Like Grey could go into Demon Slayer mode, like so much stuff you could do that, and you could go through the entirety of the anime right now. There is so much material. You have over like 400 chapters worth of material to go through, and it's just such a game that I feel like really deserves one. It needs it the most, I feel like, out of all like the big shonen series out there. I definitely see like it's a bit surprising that this series has been ongoing for quite a while and it hasn't had the big budgeted like Muso game, and it's probably, I think, out of everyone on the list, you have so much material to work with that you can make this a very lengthy game as well without coming up with an anime original story. But for the ending, like if they did that with like One Piece Pirate Warriors 3, they can definitely do it with the Fairy Tail game as well. Number 1 on there, like, I definitely feel like Magi, it's the same sort of situation that you can do with Fairy Tail as well. There's so much of the material from the series that you can go through. Honestly, I think a little bit biased and come from me. This is probably one I want the most to be added into a game. It had like a 3DS game or something back in the day, and it's like, come on, you who playing as Aladdin, just got rid with Hal Harley and now bringing out Ugo, smashing it, playing this Judar, Sinbad, fucking Sinbad. Enough said on who doesn't want to play as Sinbad. Come on, that's ridiculous. Like, everyone wants to play as Sinbad. Are you kidding me? I don't want to play as Sinbad. I'm just like, you don't have to play as every single character, but like you could also have as well, like, you know, Titus like in there as well, Yunnan, like you could make a little moveset for him, like some of his generals, like you could have a select few characters in the series. Like obviously if they don't want to obviously bring every single character. There's a lot of characters in Magi, so you wouldn't want to bring them all in, but you know, you can bring in Koen and all that, like makes a certain amount of characters, so it'd just be like Yokoen, like stuff like that. Like it would be great to play as them. Like let's just say, oh, you could have like, so like Sinbad's side, you could have, I don't know, like you can have like Jafar as like one of the characters that you can have as well. You can also have like Mu, like just the possibilities are endless to this stuff, and I feel like and honestly, that's my top 5. Like I wanted to kind of be a bit fair with series that haven't really had a main budgeted game, so that's kind of why I didn't go with stuff like Bleach that's already had a Muso game, or Naruto with the Storms, or like One Piece with the like Pirate Warrior games, and not to mention as well, even Berserk kind of had a sort of an action in Musi kind of game way back in the day on the Dreamcast. Like, so honestly, let me know in the comment section down below what game series that you want as an anime. In the comment section down below what you want like anime series to have a Muso-esque game. Like honestly, it would be awesome to have something like some of the selections I had, and I think a lot of the ones I picked are the more fairer ones. Honestly, if it was my own dream world, I'd probably have Gurren Lagann on there. Like, but it's like to just do, come on, who doesn't want to do Giga Drill Breaker? But honestly, like, yeah, those are the ones I want, and hopefully maybe one of them comes true. I mean, honestly, the ones I feel like that are going to get the easiest ones to get out of the top 3, really. I feel like Ghoul, Fairy Tail, and Magi are the easiest ones that I feel like I can do a game and all that. But honestly, like, Fate is like a close one up there as well. And honestly, Akami is the one that I'm like, it's easy to do, but I don't think it's going to happen. But honestly, let me know in the comments down below. But that's all from me. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.